Today we are going to discuss about the India relief features. What is the meaning of the word relief features? Relief features are different landforms which are existing in our country. In India, we have a variety of landforms. For example, mountains, plateaus and plains. What is the location of our country? Let us understand the location of India in the world map. Now we can see the world map. The globe can be divided into northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere, and India located in the northern hemisphere. The globe can be also divided into western hemisphere and eastern hemisphere. India lies in the eastern hemisphere. The globe has horizontal lines known as latitudes and vertical lines known as longitudes. These are imaginary lines used to locate any place on the map. So, we can say that all countries lie between two latitudes and two longitudes. The main land of India extends between latitudes 8 degrees 4 minutes to and 37 degrees 6 minutes north latitudes and 68 degrees 7 minutes to 97 degrees 25 minutes east longitudes. The Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of India. This means that the southern of India lies on 8 degrees 4 minutes on way from the equator. From north to south India covers distance of 3,214 kilometers. In the same way, west to east India covers a distance of 2,933 kilometers. The southeast of the mainland Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the southwest of the mainland Lakshadweep Islands. In the Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea respectively. Why do we often use the term Indian Peninsula? The India is surrounded by water on 3 sides and 1 side with land. So, it is called peninsula. Example, India is a peninsula and surrounded by Bay of Bengal on the east, the Indian Ocean on the south, and the Arabian Sea on the west. India coastal line is 6,100 kilometers. By adding the islands, it extends to 7,516 kilometers. Because of long coastal line of India, we have enabled trade market and as well as fishing. Identify Indira Point in the India map. What is special about this? Indira Point is in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. It is the location of the southernmost point of India's territory. The village was named as India Point after Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. The official renaming ceremony happened on 10th October 1985 after the death of Mrs. Indira Gandhi. It was submerged during the 2004 tsunami. Let us discuss about IST. Our world is divided into different time standards. Our India follows IST. IST means Indian Standard Time. It is 82 degrees 30 minutes east longitude. IST exactly running through the center of our country. The central longitude 82 degrees 30 minutes east is taken as standard meridian, which passes through the Allahabad. It passes through the Allahabad. The Indian Standard Time is 5.5 hours ahead of Greenwich Meridian Time. Let us look into map for clear understanding. Okay. Now let's discuss about the geological background. What is the meaning of geological background and how India is formed? Okay. Entire landmass of the world divided into two major landforms, that is Angara land and Gondwana land. The Indian landmass is a part of the Gondwana. Angara land and Gondwana land form in landmass of India. We have big sea known as a Tethys Sea. Tethys Sea got a millions of years result of compress the forces which raises the water bodies of higher level. This sea down level moved up because of moving to a higher elevation. It got freeze and formed the present day Himalayas. The water body, it was the central force of the earth movements of Angara land and Gondwana land. When they compressed for earth plates movements millions of years, the earth plate movements millions of years, not for one day, it was millions of years, then forms the Himalayas and so elevated and so cool, so completely covered with the frozen zone. This kind of process will happen because millions of years ago. Okay. Now we will discuss about Indian relief features. India relief features are divided in 6 relief features. The first one, the Himalayas. The second one, the Indo-Gangetic Plain. The third one, the Peninsular Plateau. The fourth one, the coastal plains. The fifth one, the desert. The sixth one, the islands. Now we will discuss about the Himalayas. We are going to learn one by one in the lesson relief features of India. Now let us about the Himalayas. The Himalayas formed due to the coalition of Indo-Australian and Eurasian plates. Due to these mountains are formed. Let us see where is India located and what are ages of Himalayas. How the formation of Himalayas? Due to the location of Indo-Australian and Eurasian plates. Himalayas are stretched from Jammu Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh. The length of Himalayas are 2400 kilometers distance. Himalayas are formed there an arch. This is look like arch. The area of Himalayas 5 lakhs square kilometers the spread. The Himalayas can be divided into 3 ranges. The first one Himadri, the second one Lesser Himalayas, the third one Shivaliks. Himadri also called as Greater Himalayas. Lesser Himalayas also called as Himachal. Shivaliks also called as Outer Himalayas. We know that Himalayas show some perennial rivers. Many rivers are originated in Himalayas. Example, rivers. Whenever snow melted and formed the glaciers. Example, Indus River. Indus River originated Himalayas. Ganga River originated Himalayas. Brahmaputra originated Himalayas. Also, Satluj River originated Himalayas. Himalayas are completely snow-capped. Himalayas are sources of ice. The most of the ice accumulately ice was melted and that was formed in glaciers. The rivers originate in Himalayas. The one by one discuss about the Himalayas. The first one Himadri and also called as Greater Himalayas. The Himadri also known as Greater Himalayas. The average elevation is 6,100 meters. All the peaks elevation is from the sea level. Most of the important peaks of the located in Himadri, you know that the Mount Everest located in Nepal and the second one is K2 peak. The third one is Kanchenjunga located in Sikkim. Not only these three peaks and Bhuvanagiri, Annapurna, etc. The Mount Everest length of 8,848 meters and Kanchenjunga of 8,576 meters and K2 peak 8,611 meters. The second peak in the world in Himadri K2. Himadri completely snow-capped. Most of the rivers are originate from the Himadri. This is about the Himadri. The second one is, let us learn the second one is Lesser Himalayas. Lesser Himalayas also called as Himachal. The average elevation 3,700 to 4,500 meters. These are famous for hill stations. Shimla, Mussoorie, Ranikhet, Kulu, Manali. It was rugged in relief features. Rugged means that is called rocky surface. Pirpinjal ranges are located in Jammu Kashmir and Mahabharata ranges are located in Nepal. This is about the Himachal ranges. The third one is Shivaliks. Shivaliks also called as Outer Himalayas. The average elevation is 900 to 1100 meters. The width of Shivaliks 10 to 50 kilometers. Shivalik ranges completely forest and snow-capped. The next, dunes. What are dunes? Dunes are low-lying valleys. Low-lying valleys are located between Lesser Himalayas and Outer Himalayas. Example, Dehradun, Kotli Dune, Patli Dune. Himalayas located from Jammu Kashmir and Arunachal Pradesh. Himalayas ending point, eastern boundary is Dihang Valley or known as Brahmaputra Valley. And the eastern extension of Himalayas, Jammu Kashmir, Meghalaya, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland and Mizoram. Slowly rising the Himalayas in this path called as Purvanchal. Eastern extension of Himalayas are Purvanchal or Patkai. These are Arunachal Pradesh also located and Manipur also located, Mizoram also located and Meghalaya also located. Purvanchal also called as different names. Mizoram the called as Mizo Hills. In Nagaland the called as Naga Hills. In Meghalaya called as Kasi, Garo, Jaintia Hills. Locally different names Himalayas. Also part as Jammu Hills in Jammu Kashmir, Kachar Hills in Assam, Mishmi Hills in Arunachal Pradesh. There is a boundary, eastern boundary, which we call Purvanchal. How Himalayas influence our climate? Influence of Himalayas. Himalayas are act as a barriers. Himalayas are stopping the cold winds which are coming from Central Asia are protecting us. Himalayas are response of rains. Tropical or monsoons type of climate. Himalayas are response for plains. Plains formed fertile due to the Himalayas. Rivers originated from Himalayas. Himalayas response also rivers. Himalayas are protecting us cold winds. If Himalayas are not there, India will become cold desert. It will become very dry. How Himalayas benefited to us? Himalayas are attractive the tourism. You know that Shimla, Mussoorie, Kulu Manali, etc. Himalayas forest were alpine forest, very famous in Himalayas. The Himalayas alpine wood in the also economically used Indian government. You know that Shimla apples are famous and Kashmir apples were very famous. Himalayas providing us ecologically good environment in the Himalayas. Now we are going to see that Indo-Gangetic plains. What are the plains? Plains are formed by the rivers. How plains are formed? Rivers brought alluvial and deposited plains are formed by the silt. Indo-Australian plates and Eurasia plates are collations. This part there was low basin are formed in the slowlands. These shallow lands filled with the sediments alluvial. The alluvial brought by the Indus River and Gangetic rivers. Hence their calling as Indo-Gangetic plains. I explain again. Himalayas formed due to the Indo-Gangetic force. Means plains was formed due to the exogenic force. Land was filled by the exogenic force 200 million years ago. A low basin formed and filled with the sediments brought by the rivers. Which rivers? Indo-Gangetic rivers. Let us see how plains are across the country. Indo-Gangetic plains are divided into three parts. Western part, central part, eastern part. The western part are called as Indus plains. Central part is called as Ganga plains and eastern part is called as Brahmaputra plains. The first one is western part. It was formed due to the Indus and its tributaries. What are the tributaries? Jhelum, Chenab, Beas, Ravi, Sutlej. Indus River formed the alluvial and tributaries. Most of this part was located in the Pakistan. Western part, little bit part of India, Haryana and Punjab. Western part was very famous for Doab. What is Doab? A fertile is known as Doab. A fertile land between the two rivers is known as Doab. Western part was famous in Doab. Let us go to central part. How Ganga plains are formed? Central plains also known as Ganga plains. This formed due to the Ganga river and its tributaries. Example, Gonki, Gagar, Gandak, Yamuna and Chambal, Kosi, etc. Ganga rivers and tributaries are alluvial. These are structured in the Gaggar to Teesta. These are most located Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, Jharkhand, Uttarakhand. This is about the central plains. The third one is eastern plains. Eastern plains are also called as Brahmaputra plains. How these were formed? Formed due to the Brahmaputra river and tributaries. Tributaries like Dibang, Lohit, Subansiri, Dhansiri, etc. These some parts of Arunachal Pradesh and Assam. Brahmaputra river, there was a flash floods in Assam. Salo river of Assam. Total area Indo-Gangetic plains is 7 lakh square kilometers. Very broad. These are 2400 distance west to east long. These are west side very broad and east side very narrow. This is about Indo-Gangetic plains. Why many peoples living in this area? Because plains are suitable for agricultural and water. Uttar Pradesh highest population Why not most peoples living in Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh? Because hilly areas are not fit for the living conditions and agriculture. Next, good transportation. Roadways, airways, railways for the suitable of lanes. Next, rivers. Water availability needed. Example, Rajasthan, many peoples are not living in Rajasthan because they want water and they want agriculture, so there was no availability. So many people living their plains. Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal, Bihar, highest populated places become suitable climate conditions. Indo-Gangetic plains, what will be there? Whenever the rivers following from the Himalayas, water coming from the mountains and will be deposited material, pebble, stone and sediments is called as Wabar. What is mean by terra? Terra is the swampy and marshy region. Small rivers and streams flows underground through Babar, that is called terra. Now we discuss about the peninsular plateau. Peninsular plateau, which is like a tableland. That means land is a flat. It is one of the oldest landmass. The Himalayas youngest folded mountains and Peninsula Plateau oldest landmass. Okay. Peninsular Plateau is formed comprised shallow valleys and rounded hills and low depth valleys and rounded circle in shape. Look at the formation of Peninsular Plateau. Peninsular Plateau has old crystalline rocks and igneous rocks and the metamorphic rocks are primary rocks. Sedimentary rocks are secondary rocks. The igneous rocks and metamorphic rocks, very strong and stable, are present here. That's why Peninsular Plateau is very strong. Peninsular Plateau are two major regions, Malwa and Central Highlands region and the Deccan Plateau region. Malwa Plateau is also known as Central Highlands. Central Highlands is located in the central part of India, surrounded by the Aravalli ranges, Vindhya ranges, Satpura ranges, and eastern side we have the Chota Nagpur Plateau, where Chota Nagpur again surrounded by Garo Hills, Kasi Hills, and the Jaintia Hills. All these central part of India. South to the northern plains, we have location on the Malwa Plateau and the Central Highlands. Western Ghats on the west, Eastern Ghats on the east. We have the Deccan Plateau region. The Western Ghats lies parallel to the west coast and the Eastern Ghats are parallel to the east coast. The Western Ghats are higher than the Eastern Ghats. Nilgiris from Western Ghats, the famous hill station Udagamandalam and Ooty located in Nilgiris. The highest peak Dodabetta in Western Ghats include Anaimli. Rivers that originate in Western Ghats like Godavari, Krishna cut across the plateau and join the Bay of Bengal. What are rivers that flows in the Central Highlands? Central Highlands. The rivers that flow in the Central Highlands are Chambal, Sindh, Kin and Narmada also. The Deccan Plateau is triangular landmass which is consist of the Meghalaya Hills, Karbi Hills and the Northern Sarkar Hills. These hills together comprise the Deccan Plateau region. These bounds are both the sides by the Western Ghats on the west direction while Eastern Ghats on the east direction. And we have find it as a triangular landmass region in the Deccan Plateau. Also, we find many old rocks that is region by the entire peninsular plateau together known as the oldest peninsular plateau. Now we will discuss about the coastal plains. There are two coastal plains, the eastern coastal plains and the western coastal plains. Why these are called as coastal plains? Because they are all sources of large water bodies, Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea. So let us discuss about the western coastal plains. Western coastal plains. The western coastal start from the Ran of Kutch and end of Kanyakumari. It is narrow plain and divided by many hills. And this is extend from last point of Indira to Maharashtra. And this can be divided into three parts. That is, Konkan Costa stretches Maharashtra and Goa, and Canara coast, this is plain of Karnataka, Malabar coast which stretches Kerala. Okay, so the Konkan coast, the northernmost coast, and Malabar coast is the southern coast. In between these two there is Canara coast. Okay, and in the east side, eastern coastal plains. East side, eastern coastal plains. And this is a wide plains and continuous plains. And many rivers in the South Indian. Many rivers in the South India. That means Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri, Mahanadi, all these rivers originated in the Western Ghats and flows towards the east of our country and ended Bay of Bengal. These are very fertile lands in these eastern coastal plains, and these also can be divided into three parts. Utkal coast in Odisha, Sarkar coast in Andhra Pradesh, Coromandel coast in Tamil Nadu. The Indo-Gangetic Plain, these coastal plains, are very fertile and highly populated. So, now we can discuss about differences between the two coastal plains, western coast and eastern coast. The western coastal plains have is narrow margin and interseparated by hilly terrain. Already discussed the narrow separated hills. The western coast plains lies between the Arabian Sea as the Western Ghats, whereas the eastern coastal plain lies in Eastern Ghats and Bay of Bengal. The coast has beautiful Malabar in the area. The east coast well formed delta. What is meant by delta? Delta is when river join in the sea. It divides into two parts and join the sea. So, the area between the two river branches and one side sea in between, there will be triangular shape, that is called delta. Now we will discuss about Thar Desert. Thar Desert located in India. It is located western Rajasthan. Some parts of Haryana also. Thar Desert located leeward side of Aravalli ranges. Area of Thar Desert is 2 lakhs square kilometers. Low vegetation. What is meaning of low vegetation? Trees, grasses are very rare. Arid climate. What is meant by arid climate? Less rainfall occurs called as arid climate. 100 to 150 millimeters rain. 100 to 150 millimeters rainfall, very low rainfall. 10 to 15 centimeters of rainfall in Thar Desert. There is only river which flows through the Thar Desert is Luni River. Luni River is called as exotic river. Sudden monsoon, sudden rainfall, sudden flow, small streams can be reappears. Most of the population in desert area, the most of depend on animals rearing. Animals rearing on activity, not agriculture, majority of peoples. Animals rearing community, Raikas. What are cities in the desert area? Jaisalmer, Jaipur, Jodhpur, Bikaner, Ajmer. These are important cities in Rajasthan. Highest temperature recorded the Jaisalmer. One of the important point in Thar Desert, Indira Gandhi Canal, in longest canal in India. Indira Canal 650 kilometers. It provides irrigation facilities to the Rajasthan. Indira Gandhi Canal, it takes water from Satluj River. Indira Gandhi Canal starts from Punjab. This is about the Thar Desert. The last one is islands. Islands are two types, offshore islands and onshore islands. Offshore islands is located in sea or ocean. Certain islands are formed by the rivers are called as offshore islands. Example, Majuli. The Majuli formed by the river is Brahmaputra river. Where it is? Assam. World largest river in island, Majuli. What are the island? India total 247 islands. Andaman and Nicobar islands are 204 which are located in the Bay of Bengal. 8,250 square kilometers are located. Andaman Nicobar islands are continuous mountain islands and elevated mountains of the Arkan Yoma mountains which are located in Myanmar. Two important organic mountains, Baran and Narkondam mountains. It is active volcano. Baran is active volcano. Baran is located north of Andaman. Andaman Nicobar Islands formed by volcanic origin. Capital city of Andaman Nicobar, Fort Blair. The southernmost tip of India island is Indira Point. Indira Point submerged in 2004 tsunami. And the next, Lakshadweep Islands. They are located in Arabian Sea. Lakshadweep Islands, 36 islands were there. Lakshadweep area about only 32 square kilometers. These are coral region. What is coral? Dead remains of marine skeletons create corals. They are just before the sea level. In case sea level increases, the Lakshadweep will be submerged. Lakshadweep Islands names Lakkadivi. There was changed as Lakshadweep Islands. The important islands Amindivi, Lakkadivi, Minkoi Devi. The famous Pitti Bird Sanctuary in Lakshadweeps. Very famous for the fishing Lakshadweep Islands. So, there is a vast diversity in landforms of India.